Welcome to the world of unstoppable machines, roaring chainsaws, and fearless lumberjacks. This is where giant trees fall and raw lumber is transformed. Let the logging action begin. Welcome to Saw Masters. In the snow-covered forest, where icy winds whisper through bare branches and the ground lies hidden beneath a thick white blanket, a lumberjack prepares for a powerful moment. He stands firm in the snow, gripping a sharp chainsaw with practiced confidence. No words, only the growl of the machine and the bite of steel into frozen wood. The blade carves deep, the solid timber cracks with sharp echoes piercing the winter silence. In mere seconds, the massive tree begins to tremble, tilts slightly, and then crashes down with finality. A thunderous sound rolls through the forest, a declaration that man and steel still reign, even in the harshest cold of nature's domain. In the damp jungle, a worker was cutting into a large tree covered in green dragon moss. The chainsaw roared, the blade cutting through the moldy bark. Moss flew in the wind, the tree shook as it prepared to fall. An Oregon chainsaw, renowned for its durability and razor-sharp performance, is now in the hands of a skilled lumberjack approaching the massive tree with practiced precision. With steady hands and focused eyes, he moves in confidently. The chainsaw roars to life, its sharp blade biting deep into the wood without hesitation. Clean, calculated cuts follow in perfect rhythm. Within moments, the tree surrenders with a heavy crash. Once again, modern tools and human expertise combine to make tree felling quick, clean, and undeniably effective.
Oh.
A perfect coordination between the roaring chainsaw and the powerful strikes of the hammer against the wedge. The saw screams, the hammer thunders, like two instruments harmonizing in a symphony of force. In mere moments, the massive trunk gives way. With a thunderous crash, the tree falls, marking humanity's precise and powerful triumph over nature. The sun sets over the deep forest, its last rays filtering through the tangled canopy, painting the ground in fading gold. In this treacherous twilight, the logger moves with focus, his chainsaw roaring like a lone warrior's blade in the wild. Every cut is sharp, deliberate. The saw bites into the wood, each motion a deadly dance between man and a towering giant. The tree begins to lean, the wind picks up, nature pushes back, but he doesn't flinch. He stands his ground, fearless, unshaken, racing not just the fall of a tree, but the fall of night. This isn't just logging. It's a raw confrontation, man versus mountain, machine versus time, with the shadows closing in. In a bustling work environment, the bright red firewood processor with a circular blade roars to life with impressive power. The steady hum of the engine fills the air as the gleaming steel circular saw spins rapidly, slicing through timber like a knife through soft bread. Logs are fed one by one onto the conveyor, gently carried toward the cutting blade. Upon contact, the high-speed rotating saw slices through each log cleanly and decisively, sending fine sawdust and tiny wood sparks flying into the sunlight. The freshly cut section is then pushed by a hydraulic ram into the splitter, where it's broken down into neat, uniform lines. SplitX 450, 5T Yanmar, fiery red power with a sharp hydraulic arm. The Split X450, painted in striking red, stands like a warrior amidst the woodpile. Its powerful, agile hydraulic arm is equipped with a razor-sharp splitting blade, ready to deliver precise, decisive cuts. The operator smoothly maneuvers the arm, placing each log on a sturdy platform. The splitter blade swiftly descends, pressing forcefully into the rough trunk, the sound of cracking wood echoing through the air. Running quietly yet powerfully, the 5-ton hydraulic system combines strength and precision, transforming large, tough logs into neatly squared firewood pieces, ready for any use. Walk Easy 200, a spinning steel cone tearing through the forest. Deep in the woods, where the ground is soft with rot and fallen logs lie in silence, a Takeuchi TB216 mini excavator creeps forward, its hydraulic arm stretching out like a predator in steel. At the end of that arm spins the Walk Easy 200 cone splitter, a solid, cold-forged spiral of metal, rotating with unstoppable torque. The operator lowers the cone into a thick, moss-covered log. The steel spiral bites in, twisting deep into the grain. Within seconds, the log splits open with a satisfying crack. No saws, no shrieking blades, just raw, twisting force and the sound of nature giving way. The entire unit moves with precision through the forest, compact yet brutal. The Walk Easy 200 doesn't just split logs, it shreds the wild into usable fuel, right on site. No mills, no conveyors, just steel meeting wood under open sky. The Morbark M20 or wood chipper stands firm amidst the wild landscapes of Scotland, silent in presence, yet roaring with raw power. Like a massive steel beast, it devours round logs one after another, relentless and efficient. Inside, the grinding drum spins steadily, pulling in each log and tearing it apart into countless small chips. Light golden wood fragments are continuously blasted from the discharge chute, flowing like a waterfall of timber, forming an ever-growing pile behind the machine. It's a mesmerizing scene of pure mechanical force at work in the rugged beauty of the Scottish wilderness. Amidst a landscape blanketed in snow and bitten by icy winds, the Heizohack HM 8-500K wood chipper grinds on relentlessly, growling through the bitter cold. Wet, slippery logs are lifted and fed into the intake, their surfaces frozen stiff. Inside the chipper, the grinding drum spins steadily, its frozen sharp blades slicing through the hardened timber. Each burst of shredded wood sprays out into the snow-laden air, blending with swirling flakes and the thunder of the engine echoing through the winter forest. This isn't just labor, it's a battle of endurance where man and machine work side by side against the unforgiving force of nature.